Here comes another spine crawler finally, and 22 more Zerglings. If you're this Zerg player mOOnGLaDe, you cannot afford to let this force fielding on your ramp affect you. You need to make him burn those force fields in between production cycles. So nGenLight is getting a little bit sloppy with his force field usage. He now has 0 force fields, but this is a huge number of zealots against all this. Very smart of mOOnGLaDe to come down in here and focus down the pylon. There's now a spine crawler starting here at the natural, another one starting at the main, but mOOnGLaDe may just be too far out of position. He needs to come back up here and find a way to get us around on these zealots. He does not. He gets walled off, and these zealots are going to waste these Zerglings. So I can't believe it, but nGenLight may actually be coming back from this. nGenLight is now... this is so close! mOOnGLaDe has now lost most of his mining at his natural. nGenLight has kind of broken mOOnGLaDe down, but mOOnGLaDe still has forces on the field, and he denied that proxy pylon, so there's no more reinforcement. mOOnGLaDe's going to run up here for a counter, but nGenLight has enough to hold this off for right now. This is a really strange position right now. nGenLight has almost mined out his only mining base, so he needs to either get an expansion right now and hope that mOOnGLaDe doesn't come back with some sort of crazy pressure, or he needs to keep going all in with this and re-push as soon as he possibly can. And here he goes. It looks like he might want to move out again, but he's walking back and forth just a little bit. mOOnGLaDe's going to have too many spine crawlers up, though. These 3 spine crawlers should finish by the time this army gets there, and there's no way that this is breaking these spine crawlers in addition to the additional Zerglings that can be rallied. mOOnGLaDe is finally able to get a Roach Warren down at 19 minutes. Look how long this game has gone on, with both players still mining almost minimally. You can see the income tab shows mOOnGLaDe only up by 2. So 28 harvesters with very few lost at 20 minutes. This is such an awkward game, but very entertaining to watch nonetheless. nGenLight is getting set up again for another counterattack, or rather another attack on mOOnGLaDe's base. He is almost mined out, so he may actually need to pull all of his probes to make this attack work. We can see him reloading his army. He's going to be running dry on resources in the next couple of warp ins, so he may actually want to go very sentry heavy and buy time for his force fields to build up so that he can get the rest of this all set up. He's actually double pyloning to assure that it doesn't go down. Checking the production tab here, there's now 6 roaches rallying. There's a lot of banelings on the field, so this is all going to come down to one last fight. And if nGenLight loses this army, that's game over. If mOOnGLaDe loses his army, that's also going to be game over. So I can't believe the whole game is really hinging on this one battle of both players under 80 supply at 21 minutes. And I don't know why nGenLight is bothering to not pull the rest of his probes. He's as all in as you can get right now. You might as well pull everything and let them tank some damage if you possibly can. Banelings are getting held off by these force fields here. As you can see, nice force fielding. Banelings are trying to flank. More good force fields. You can see a nice little pocket there. And now he's force fielding roaches in this tiny little hole. Banelings are trying to get around, and more good force fields go off. You can see mOOnGLaDe's army is just disappearing. But mOOnGLaDe's at least able to reinforce this, whereas nGenLight is not. He's not mining anything at all. So the longer this battle goes on, the more it favors mOOnGLaDe. nGenLight needs to be extremely aggressive and get this stuff down. He needs to force field the ramp, more importantly, to hold off the rest of the reinforcements. Here come the drones off the line. nGenLight has to fall back. He still has a little bit of gas to warp in sentries, which as you can see is what's coming out right now. Drones are chasing the sentries all the way off the creep, and some good force fields would kill the rest of those drones. But he does not have the energy to burn right now. There's now roaches and Zerglings versus this tiny force from nGenLight. I think that's it. That Zergling surround may have just cinched it right there. A bunch of stalkers and sentries falling. That's got to be it. So very, very entertaining game there. This one Baneling may still detonate on these sentries, and yeah, you can see it blow up. And yeah, nGenLight says no money left. As we can see, he's completely mined out except for about 175 minerals at his only mining base. So that was a crazy, crazy game. That was probably the longest I've ever seen the Protoss player still on one base. 24 minutes almost, or rather 23:20. So very interesting game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back for more casts very soon, so stay tuned. I will see you guys later.